Everybody gets high sometimes, you know. What else can we do when we're feeling low? So take a deep breath and let it go. You shouldn't be drowning on your own.
Hey guys, it's Liv. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got lipstick on my teeth. Today I am doing this dark fall glam look. This is one of those looks that you probably should wear if you're going out of this time of year, you know, like clubbing or to a bar or for dinner or whatever you're doing. Or like me, you can just wear this out in public at midday and own it, because I've used so many drugstore products to make this look as well, so I'm really pleased about that. Obviously it's with a blend of different things. You're going to see it in the video, so I'm going to stop talking. See you on the other side. Hang on, tea. Okay. I'm going to prime my eyelids with MAC's Pro Longwear Paint Pot. This is the Painterly shade. Now comes the struggle of trying to get it out and onto your finger without getting it up your fingernails, which I've just failed enormously. Just popping that on with my ring finger. I'm going to set my paint pot with MAC's Velvet Eyeshadow in Vanilla. I've talked about this in my last couple of videos, but it is brilliant. It must be something to do with the consistency, but basically whatever shadow goes on top of it, it glides on, it blends so easily. It's just really helped me step my eyeshadow game up. I'm going to do my brows off camera and I'm going to come back on. I'm taking the 35OM palette from Morphe because this is perfect for this look. It's a really nice mixture of oranges and reds and warm browns. So this palette's going to be really good for transition shades, blending shades, things like that. First one I'm going to use is this one in here. I'm just going to use that as my transition. I'm just taking it on a fluffy blending brush. And I'm going just in that spot between my crease and my eyelid. I'm going right into that space between my nose and my eye, and I'm almost dragging the product down a little. I'm creating a lot of dimension here as well as here. As you can see, I've actually gone quite high up. I've done this intentionally because I'm going to be layering other shades then lower from this point. This gives me a nice guideline as to how far I've gone up and how far not to go up with the rest of them. I'm going to take this shade right here. This is a very warm brown. I'm using my Morphe E21 brush. It's one of my favourite brushes I've got in my collection. It's brilliant for so many things. And I'm going to go right into my crease. It doesn't really matter if you get it on your eyelid, but I'm just pressing that into my crease. And as I do that, it's going to disperse shadow both onto my eyelid and slightly above it. And then with the blending brush that we use to apply the transition shade, which is a Morphe M505, I'm just going to go over this and soften it out a little. Really what we're going for is soft lines. The beautiful thing about living in Wales is you can guarantee it's probably going to rain at least once a day. I'm going to go back over that again. Just on the outer third though, just to add a little more depth. This is where I really start to see the shape of the look that I'm creating. It's where it really starts to take form. Now I'm going to go in with this dark red shade here, this one. I'm going to put that on a Nancy blending brush. And what I'm going to do is go straight over the top of that chocolatey brown. Putting the chocolate brown one on first and then putting this on top helps to create that brickish dark colour. And you should then get a beautiful darker burgundy. And I'm just going to blend that again. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to keep building this up for a little while. And just keep building and blending, building and blending. If you can see with my blending, I'm doing it in sort of long strokes right into that inner corner and then right out to where my brow tail ends. So I'm really trying to drag this outwards. I'm going to go into the sleek Rockstars Collection Diamonds in the Rough palette. I've been loving this palette at the moment. I really wanted to incorporate it into one of my looks. This kind of seemed perfect for it because I want to have a blend of dark, deep reds and some rose golds and some regular gold and things like the colours that make me think of autumn. So this is gonna solve that. I'm gonna spritz a flat shader brush just a couple of times, just to get it a little bit damp. And I'm gonna go in with, I always dig my fingernails into the cream shadows, like without fail every time. Right, I'm gonna go in with that shade right there. This lovely dark coppery rose gold. And the only place I'm gonna focus this is right on the ball of my eye, right in the center there. I'm not rubbing, I'm just patting the shadow on because I really want to build up that pigment in the center. I was actually going to take Luna for a walk first before filming this video, and I'm really glad that I chose to do it in a different order because we'd be like drowned rats. Maybe we're having a thunderstorm or something. Welcome to autumn in Wales. It's just going to give a little bit of bounce and a little bit of playfulness to the look, and then I'm just going to go over the top with whatever is left on my Nancy blending brush that I had with the burgundy shade. I'm not going onto the shadow, I'm going above it in the crease, just making sure that it's tidy because I want it to literally melt into the matte shadow. And then I'm using another sleek shadow. This is from one of their iDivine palettes. This is the Vintage Romance palette. Looks like this. It is literally throwing it down. I'm gonna use this beautiful dark purple shade. It's got a little hint of shimmer in it. It's going to be good because it's going to link into the shimmer on the centre of the eye. I'm going to use a Nancy crease brush for this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus this both on the outer corner and on the inner corner. But for the inner corner, I've got to be kind of careful to keep it nice and low and to only let it fall into the crease a tiny bit so that I can blow it out. And then what I'm going to do is pack a little of that purple on my blending brush and sit there and push it higher in the crease. I'm only focusing on that little outer corner there. I'm not dragging it any further in at the moment. I'm just leaving it there. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the inner corner, but being a little cautious. I'm also not putting it on my tear duct. And then I'm going to soften the top and then use whatever is left on my blending brush to muddle that in. If you need to add a little more burgundy over the top, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to do that here. And then I'm just going to build up that purple. And then I'm going to go back in over the top with my damp brush and my rose gold shade and just pop that straight back on the ball of the eye to make sure that that is the prominent shade. And then what I need to do is put a transition shade between this purple and the rose gold. I think I'll just use this purple here from the Vintage Romance palette. It's alright, honey, it's a thunderstorm. It's okay. Are you frightened? It's alright, it's just a thunderstorm. See? I bet it's gone already. I'm just going to take a clean blending brush, like with absolutely no product on it whatsoever, and just go over all the edges. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the fun bit on the inner corners. I'm going to leave the underneath until I've done my face makeup. I'm going to highlight first. This is Benefit's What's Up. I'm going to put that on the tops of my cheekbones, down my nose, a little on the end, Cupid's bow en masse, a little on the chin and none on my forehead because we don't need to bring any attention to that. And I'm just going to smooth that down with a foundation brush. I'm also going to use some of this NYX Born to Glow Illuminator. This is in the shade Gleam. It's a rosy gold one, which I thought would be perfect for this look. I'm just putting that on the high points of my cheekbone, and I'm going to pop a little down my nose. Just in that point there though. And on the Cupid's bow, because why the hell not? I'm going to mix Bourjois' Healthy Mix with the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. This really helps me to get a good shade. I'm just patting and buffing and pressing that in with a damp beauty blender. So now I'm looking sufficiently disturbing we're gonna up the ante a bit more and use some concealer. I'm gonna use my LA Girl Pro Conceal Peach Corrector for under my eyes. Just in there, because I do get a little purpley. Particularly if I'm tired. Press that in with my beauty blender. And then I'm gonna use my Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer in Fair Neutral and blend it out with my beauty blender. I'm going to contour with my Smashbox contour stick. Lots on the forehead. I love to go under my lower lip. I'm also going to do a little line there and there. This is the Revolution contouring brush. I got it from their contouring set. And it's in my monthly favourites video because I really love it. And then I go over everything with a stippling brush. And I just sort of smooth and calm everything down a little. And I'm just going to sort out the one under my lip. I'm going to bake. I'm going to use Laura Mercier's Secret Brightening Powder. I'm going to take a damp beauty blender. I'm just going to put that under my eyes. I'm also going to clean my contour with it. Then I'm going to do a powder contour using Benefit's Hoola. This one's got my name on it. I'm just going to go over the top of that contour a little bit and then soften it with my stippling brush. Blush first. I'm using the Golden Sugar 2 Rose Gold palette from Revolution for this because it's perfect for the look. Look at all those beauties. I really love this palette. I'm going to use this boring shade here because it's a good warm, dusky blush shade. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this highlighty shade here on. Just there. And then I'm going to put MAC's Double Gleam on top of it because things just don't seem right anymore without this highlighter on top. This is just like, hello! I use my finger to highlight down my nose, hit my Cupid's bow. When I do the dot at the end of my nose, I sit there with all my other fingers to calm it down because I don't want it to look stupid. I'm actually going to go back into the Revolution palette for my brow bone highlight. This is actually a Sigma concealer brush, but whatever. I'm going to use that really nice gold shade at the top. I'm going to use Maybelline's Master Drama Kohl Liner in Ultra Black. I'm going to use this in my waterline. And this is a pencil I love for my waterline and it's very, very cheap. If it skips your waterline and makes a mess on your eyelid, don't worry because we're putting it there as well. And then we're going to go through the lash line. And again, don't worry about it being messy. Just really try and pack the product in there. And then I'm going to take a socket brush. This is a Japanesque one. Just to calm the underneath of the eye down. I'm going to go over it with Burgundy here from the Morphe OM palette. I'm getting that on my Nancy blending brush. I'm going to press it in at first and then rub over the top. And you'll see quite quickly that it will go from being jet black to a really cool murky reddish black. I'm going to take this black sparkly one from the Vintage Romance palette on my socket brush and pat off the excess. I'm just going to link the lower lid with the upper lid. So I'm going just into that outer corner and then I'm going to diffuse it a little. Not very much though because it will rub off. And then hit your eye with the blending brush again just to push everything together. The inner corner highlight I'm using is this gold highlight shade. Alright, so my camera decided that it was both going to run out of space on the memory card as well as on the battery side of things because the battery decided to die as well. So now that I've changed all of it over, I wanted to show you I've got my eyelashes on and I'm going to do liner just to tidy up the tops. But I wanted to talk about the inner corner highlight because that for me is what brings this look together. I'll show you a little bit more because, you know, you can never have too much. It's awesome. So now I'm going to put on some liquid liner. I'm just going to cover the band up first. And then what I'm going to do is go right down low in the inner corner. Now comes the task of doing it evenly on both eyes. Yeah, I'm going to be frank and say I'm not going to get it perfect, but there's not really much I can do on that front. Once it's on, and I'm not the sort of person to be like, I've got to clean the whole thing and literally make it perfect. No, if it's good enough, it's good enough for me. We're going to finish off with the lips. I'm using NYX's Liquid Suede in Cherry Skies. This is going to make this look dark, dark, dark glam. But I'm going to line my lips first. This is Laura Geller's Pout Perfection Waterproof Lip Liner in Nude. And then going over the top with Cherry Skies from NYX. And then I'm going to go over the top with a gloss. This is a Bare Minerals Buxom gloss. And I have no idea what shade it is because that's fallen off as well. But it's like a nice darkish kind of colour. And this is the finished look. Hopefully I haven't got lipstick on my teeth. I am in love with this look. I'm really into dark, 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 grungy, heavy glam looks. So I wanted to create something that was appropriate for the season, but was still babe into the max. And this is gorgeous. I love it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really, really psyched by this look, and I'm gonna go out now in public in the daytime and be like, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys with my next one. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see, and if you like my channel, please subscribe. That'd be wicked. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.